In the heart of a bustling city, a man with a vision dared to defy expectations. Through vivid tales and dazzling spectacles, a legendary showman emerged, captivating hearts with wonder and imagination. From humble beginnings to the grand stages of the world, the extraordinary life of P.T. Barnum unfolded like a mesmerizing tapestry of dreams realized. Each chapter painted with resilience, creativity, and a touch of magic, inviting all to believe in the extraordinary. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round as we delve into the extraordinary life of P.T. Barnum, the man who spun dreams into gold and turned the mundane into magic. P.T. Barnum's entrepreneurial spirit blossomed early. He orchestrated a magnificent lottery, promising prizes to eager participants. But here's the twist. The prizes weren't cash. They were shiny glass bottles. Ingenious, right? The townsfolk flocked to his store and P.T.'s fortune began to take shape. Soon, he expanded his lottery empire across towns, filling newspapers with tantalizing advertisements. His knack for persuasion and promotion was unmatched. At just 21, P.T. Barnum owned his own newspaper, the Herald of Freedom. But instead of promoting his business, he stirred up controversy by spreading rumors about others. Lawsuits followed, and P.T. Barnum even spent time in jail, a stint that turned him into a local hero. His release was celebrated with fanfare, orchestrated by none other than Phineas himself. The power of the press was his greatest weapon. Joyce Heth, an elderly, blind, and toothless woman who claimed to be 161 years old. She spun tales of nursing George Washington himself. P.T. Barnum saw opportunity in her fantastical story. He exhibited Joyce, weaving a web of intrigue. Was she a mermaid, an automaton? The newspapers buzzed and crowds flocked to see her. Even in death, Joyce remained a moneymaker. Her autopsy show drew curious onlookers. P.T.'s next venture was the American Museum. He transformed it into a stage for curiosities, oddities, and wonders. The Fiji Mermaid, a grotesque fusion of fish and monkey, drew crowds. P.T.'s advertising prowess knew no bounds. He blurred the lines between truth and fiction, all in the name of entertainment and education. The museum thrived, and Phineas reveled in the art of showmanship. And then General Tom Thumb stepped into the spotlight. Charlie Stratton, a 4-year-old with dwarfism, became P.T.'s star attraction. As Napoleon Bonaparte, Charlie danced, sang, and charmed audiences. Phineas's promotional genius reached new heights. Urgency, departure dates, and the fear of missing out, these were his tools. The masses flocked to witness the diminutive wonder. P.T. and Charlie, two unstoppable duo, started their journey to England. What was their plan? To impress the English people with the amazing General Tom Thumb. But the journey to victory was full of doubts. Would the English folks like their small-sized wonder? Could they get a chance to meet Queen Victoria? Phineas didn't lose hope. He worked hard on improving Charlie's show, organized more events, made new friends, and made the show better. A well-known hotel in London was their stage, and soon many people came to watch. The Queen, always interested in new things, asked them to come for a private meeting. Imagine this, Charlie, just 6 years old, doing his best Napoleon impressions, even jokingly fighting with one of the Queen's dogs. People wanted more, and Phineas was happy to be in the center of attention. Jenny Lind, the mesmerizing opera singer. Her voice, a gift from the heavens, had won over Europe. P.T., always in sync with the spirit of the times, saw a chance. He became her manager, creating a myth around her unparalleled singing skills. Keep in mind, he'd never heard her sing, but her fame was enough. Jenny Lind, the Swedish nightingale, was ready to take over America. As the ship neared New York City, more than 10,000 people assembled at the docks. Flowers showered their carriage, and a band of 200 musicians played for them until midnight. PT, both thrilled and anxious, wondered if he'd built up too much anticipation. But when Jenny sang, he was captivated. A superstar had arrived in America, and P.T. Barnum, delighted in the pandemonium, bidding wars for front-row seats, scandals, and everything else. Jenny's tour kicked off, a tempest of multitudes, mayhem, and clapping. But life, always fickle, tossed P.T. Barnum an unexpected twist. His youngest child, barely 2, left this world. Sadness was a heavy load, but P.T. soldiered on. He and Charlie zigzagged across Europe, putting on shows for commoners and monarchs alike. The American Museum, once his crowning glory, had slipped through his fingers due to financial troubles. Homes pledged as security, risky wagers, and an unyielding effort to settle debts. P.T. Barnum found himself back at square one. But Phineas was no ordinary man. His reputation, like a beacon, drew new acts to his side. Charlie, now 18, returned to work with him. Together, they sailed to Europe, where Phineas lectured, staged shows, and hustled once more. Yet fate had other plans. The American Museum, Phineas's pride and joy, was on fire. Flames danced on its aged walls, and the air was filled with a sense of urgency. But lo and behold, the museum's brave staff, heroes in their own right, battled the blaze. Thankfully, no lives were lost, but the disaster took a toll on Phineas's spirit. His life's work, devoured by the flames, left him standing among the smoldering remains. Yet in the face of hardship, he saw a glimmer of hope. P.T. Barnum, undeterred, vowed to build a grander museum, a phoenix from the ashes. With over 100,000 curiosities and creatures, it would dazzle the masses. For 3 years, this new haven thrived, a beacon of wonder. P.T., ever the showman, orchestrated exhibits, staged spectacles, and plastered the city with advertisements. His resilience, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the circus ringmaster. But fate, that fickle mistress, had more trials in store. The traveling circus, a logistical labyrinth. How to move a small town from city to city. Phineas devised a daring plan. 65 railroad cars, each cradling wonders, elephants, camels, and mummies. The first attempt failed, a chaotic dance of elephants and lost possessions. Yet P.T. persisted. Soon, the circus flowed seamlessly from train to stage, a marvel of coordination. The profits soared and the circus became a nomadic empire. James Bailey, a rival showman. Their clash was epic. But P.T. Barnum, ever the pragmatist, proposed unity. Barnum and London, Circus emerged, a colossus of entertainment. Tigers roared, trapeze artists defied gravity, and sword swallowers danced with danger. The three-ring spectacle enthralled 12,000 souls twice daily. Rome fell, flames leaped, and the choir sang. P.T. Barnum, now 79, reveled in his legacy. Phineas's final act, a stroke, a cold breath. The circus marched on as he'd have wished. But how do we judge this man? This P.T. Barnum, a mix of brilliance and shadows. His early shows, deception and exploitation. Yet he lifted performers from obscurity, granting them wealth and purpose. He battled slavery, championed charity, and shaped entertainment history. A flawed hero, perhaps. The circus, eternal, whispers his name. Let us applaud the resilience of P.T. Barnum, the man who danced on the tightrope between truth and illusion, who turned humbug into gold. His legacy lives on, woven into the very fabric of our modern world, the showman who defied time itself.